Sorry for that. The guy from the internet shut the thing down and I didn't know the stream was back up. I'm actually surprised the stream managed to reconnect when the internet came back. I wonder why that is not working. Oh. Oh, I'm the one that is not connected. Okay, that's my bad. So my sorry, I missed a comment. I'll refresh the browser. So what game? Sorry about that. I hope not too many people spoke in chat. Okay, so I'll explain. Okay, so this is working. 20 minutes. Okay, so the stream just came back up. Okay, that's good. I didn't miss too much time. So pretty much my stream was doing nothing for 20 minutes. That kind of sucks. I guess for the first week it's kind of normal that there's gonna be a couple technical difficulties. Okay, so the game. It's a sort of maze-like obstacle course type of game where you start somewhere. So for example, you're someone here and you need to go through this right there. There's some sort of obstacles in those tiles that you need to go through. So you can't just run through it, you need to sometimes go forward, go back. It's a sort of maze-like obstacle course type of game where the goal is to go from one platform to the next. So that's pretty much the game. So it's very simple. Eventually I want to do some sort of multiplayer where you can play with your friends and beat the obstacles together. Okay. I'll also need to update that. Portal 2D with no portals? It's different enough that I couldn't say that it's similar to Portal. But if you mean the cooperation part, even that is not really the same thing, because you don't really interact with your teammates. Maybe I could make it interact. Oh, that's actually an idea. But the core principle of the game doesn't require people to interact, so you pretty much show off, I guess. When you're in a multiplayer, you're you're showing, I can beat that, can you? But so it's not really like Portal. But it is a 2D game. So when I left earlier, I was writing a map parser. So the map looks like this. You don't need to understand this, but this has information about what the terrain looks like, what the obstacles do, along with like each level name or whatever name I want to put. That's just a string. So I need to parse this into a map file. Hey, did you just arrive, K-Bop, Cabo Pime? Cabo Pime. I'll call you like that until you tell me otherwise. And welcome to the stream, by the way. Okay, so if I'm in map section 0, I'm expecting a string. Oops. If skip line, I need to put parentheses, I believe, in this language. If skip line, it's a quorum. Oh. Wait, quorum? That's how you pronounce it? Okay. So if I'm skipping the line, put it to false and do nothing. Else. Okay, so I'll have to remember that quorum. Else. Section. Ah. It's actually map section. Plus plus. So I want to go to the next section. But I don't want to just go to the next section, because this is gonna loop. It's kind of weird to write the code that way. I'll have to flatten the code later on. Make it flat instead of all nested. But I'll work with that for now. So map section. So if I'm in map section, I'm at the end of the line, the thing ends. So if I code it that way, the line breaks are gonna be important. I guess it makes sense that line breaks are important. I could make it like you can write this, but maybe I don't want that to happen. Okay, whatever. I understand what I'm thinking about, I guess. Map section, plus plus. Okay, let's keep going for now. Let's write a note. Oops. Note. Okay, so I want to create the bound and be able to do it without having any parameters yet. Public bound. I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to have a second constructor. for this language, and it appears I am. This is without meters, so no parameters. There's that. Public. Okay, so this is gonna require the same thing here. Terran. Terran. Let's do the same for the name. So this is just a string. It's nice. It figured out I wanted iname. Public void. Yeah, this thing is really smart, actually. The braces format triggers me. What's your style? Do you not put the braces on a different line? Like you make them, you put them that way? Oops, not that. And you like them when they're lined up like that? Because personally, I think this first one is useless. I would really like a language that doesn't require one, where you could just do this, where you skip a line, indent, and then when you're done, or like not even need to, like, yes. If you come from a Java background, I guess you would like this. I originally used to like this style, but nowadays I like this style, just because it takes less room. Yeah, it is the preference, but like this is like the useless brace. Like it opens a block of code, but really that's it. How come the language doesn't know that after the function name, like no matter what, I want to open a code block? So from my point of view, the only one that's required is the ending one, and I don't think you should need an opening one. You do that as well. I used to do it on the second line, but that precious white space. Like I would do a language that doesn't need that, just like remove this. There you go. No more braces. Just end it and that's it. Put your code afterwards. But like it's so obvious that you're entering a block of code. I could do it all in one line, yeah. Right? Yeah, that's so efficient. Like the compiler doesn't need to know that after this there's some code block. But I mean, I guess it's more consistent to have both an opening one and a closing one, I guess. But I think like having this is over the top. So since I can't do without, at least I put it at the end of the line. So it doesn't bother me more than that. Anyway, so now I'm making some little utility functions to set the name, set the terrain, set the obstacles. Okay, that's pretty nice, I guess. So first of all, I need to be able to loop through the characters to get a string. Map section. So if is string, I need to go to map section plus plus. C string, I don't think I have. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. I'll be right back. So many people are like trying to talk to me today, I guess. Okay. I live in a house with 9 other guys, and everyone wants to know what I'm working on, I guess. Okay. So I think at this point I'm not gonna get distracted again. I'll even close my door. Okay. I looked into neural networks in Python, but I got bored. You build that in C#, yeah? I haven't built neural networks in C++, but I have in other languages. Oh, now I understand. So when I'm drawing and it doesn't show, it's actually drawing it off screen. That's kind of cool and funny. What was I using it for? Many things. Usually it's like bots for games, I guess. Okay, map parser section. It's so hard to get distracted. So if I'm in string, okay, I found a string. If max section equals 0, I'm not sure I like this type of coding. I'll do it for now, but it really looks dirty to me. Okay, so if I'm in section 1, Nah. So I want also to give public map with no arguments. Like, can I use this? Huh. That's right, I don't want to do that. Yeah, this already should be better. Obstacles, is that the same? Oh. Obstacle. Really? Obstacle. Is that not how you write it? Where did I make it? Oh, by the way, welcome back, White Velcro. Obstacle. If there's some weird sound, it's because there's some work being done downstairs. Obstacle. Obstacle. Did I really make a mistake in that? Obstacle instead of. Okay, it's so hard. There's a T. Oh, you're right. Stickle. There's an extra S, right? No, an extra C. Obstacle. Wait, no, I don't even know what it. Okay, obstacle. Yeah, okay, that should be right? Obstacle. I think I got it. Set obstacle. The namespace, the bound originally. Yeah, that was a sneaky one. But now what is the problem? So the namespace the bound already contains the definition for upset. Right. Add existing item obstacle. Is this fixed? Obstacle. Am I using this map part? Okay, I need to go in bound obstacle. Like this is the definition. Oh, that's interesting. What does the I represent on your parameters? I decided to use I just for input time to differentiate between this, which is in the class, and this one is something that you're getting passed as a parameter. I'll explain the game just in a sec. Where's the path that tells me? Oh, it's fixed. Okay, whatever I did, good job. Oh, so this is now useless. Okay, so I'll explain the game right now. Right after this compiles. Okay, perfect. This is nothing, by the way. So here's how the game looks like. So it's essentially a sort of maze-like obstacle type of game. So you are a player, and you're gonna start on some sort of what did I use to call that? On some sort of base. Let's say this is a base. It's not a base, but and your goal is to go from one to the next, going through this sort of obstacle course. Which I call a bound. Oh, hello, Vanden Max. So essentially, you can't just. So this is some sort of obstacle tiles, where you can just run through them. So in some cases, you need to go one way, go backwards, go back in. So it's sort of like a dance where the bound is some sort of maze-like obstacle area where you try to go through it using some sort of dance, I guess. That's my current explanation, I guess. And your goal is to beat one level. You need to go from one oh, I actually wrote it. It's a platform. Okay, so I decided to call this is some sort of platform. So you go from one platform all the way to the next, and then you can say once you're here that you beat this level. And then the next level is gonna be right away loaded, and then you go from one to the next again, going through this sort of thing, and then to the next, to the next, to the next. The way you're gonna order your little guy, okay, is with the right click. So let's say you're here, point A, you want to go to point B, okay? You just have to right click and your guy is gonna walk there. The game is gonna be pretty fast paced, so you right click somewhere, it's gonna go. Then you can, if you're here, you can click here, then it's gonna walk there. And instead of being like other games where it's in grid space, where you can click anywhere inside the squares, the game has to work in real space. Are you doing this for Android? This game, I'm not sure if I'll do it for Android. We'll see. Like I'm using Monogame, so it shouldn't be too hard to port it later. But my primary goal is to have it work for at least the desktop, so Windows, Linux, Mac. So, whoops. So that's the primary goal, to have it at least work on the desktop. I think the controls were simple enough that I can make it work for Android, because this could work on an Android screen, and you could use your finger to tap where you want your guy to move. So I don't know, maybe this is gonna be a stretch goal for later. By the way, hello Kribo97133. Welcome to the stream. So this thing here is like a platform. This whole thing together is called a bound, and within the bound there's the terrain, like the shape of it. So some shapes can be really weird. It doesn't need to be always linear like that. Sometimes there's gonna be some bump. And then on top of the terrain there's gonna be some sort of obstacles. Okay, so you say you started programming 1 week ago, and if Android Studio project. So this is called Android Studio. If you want to make Android games, go for Android Studio. It should be fine. But if you don't know coding, then maybe you want to learn first correctly. Oops. Writing the wrong. Okay, let's get back to my parsing. So now I'm going to go there, current bound. Okay. This song is pretty good. Let's run that. Let's see what it does. Reading the map file, success. String done, level 1, it works, nice. So I'm able to get this string from this file, which says level 1, and it doesn't show those things. Okay, good, really good. Okay, so now this can be bundled into the bound. But first things first, let's create a first bound. New map and then bound. Current bound. Perfect. I want to use Java, but to be honest, that's the only language I can. Yeah, if you want to do Android, Java is perfectly fine. What language do you want to use? Xamarin can be used for C# and obviously Android Studio for Java. Nice. Okay, current bound. Set name. Current bound name. Okay, so I put the current bound in that. Good. Okay, now I'm in section 2. Section 2 has some parent data with some tile values. I think I'm gonna have to read each one as a string and then convert it into an int. Because I don't want to limit myself to only single integers. So I want to be able to do 0, 1 if I feel like it. Oops. Or if I want to do 10. So that way I can have more than 9 tiles. Python is lazy? Yeah, that's the point. By the way, welcome to everyone that's new to the stream. The first couple days are probably not gonna be as interesting, since there's not much to show. I'm just coding, and but as soon as I start getting this parser done, I can start doing stuff with the game. Okay. So now section 2, I need I guess all that matters is that I get the strings. So if is number is num, that's gonna be my thing. C. So I need to make sure it's a number. Hello, Meto the Demon. Programming. I'm making a game. Attack on Cyan. Private boolean is num char. Oops. Return char dot is digit. Yeah, bro, hacking time. I make a utility function for this very simple thing, just because I don't want to see that in my code. I want to see isNum and not just char that is digit, so that it stays consistent with everything else. So if it's a number, else if is comma Hey, peace, Herald. TP. Have a good day or night. Private. Oops. It's so hard to write right now. Return. If it's a comma, I want to know. Actually, comma needs to be first. Comma. So if it's a comma, because comma is my exit condition, is num. Okay. So if it's a comma, I need to remove my watch. It's, oh, I put it so tight. Not sure if it shows, but there's a sort of watch somewhere, like right there. Tempted to really skip that song, or not? Yeah, fuck it, I'm skipping. Okay, we are done with reading that specific number. Right now I'm reading an obstacle. Yeah, it's very similar, Big D Duck. You probably can read all this code if you know those languages. It's very curly braced. Okay, so I need to make this. So when I'm reading, what am I thinking about? Terran. Right now I put Terran as an array. It should be able to... It can be any size. JVM. How do I create the Terran? How do I create this Terran? Okay. List of a string, current terrain line. So this is gonna represent a single line. Called new list string. So this is creating a new list, but it's empty right now. So what are the functions I can use on the current terrain line dot get I want to have the last ingredient find last. Okay, not that. Oh, what is that? Returns the last element of a sequence. Oh, exactly what I want. Last, nice. Okay. Once I'm done writing that, I'll need to look at everything, make sure. I think I haven't touched Java since like 2012. How do I want to do this? So you set the bound name and then you create a new. So create a bound name. Okay, I need to do a setup. A setup function so that I don't need to do that over and over again. Actually, I need to set up a few things here. You don't understand? Hey, at least there's music. Why is that? Just because I ended up learning other stuff like Python. Like Python was pretty much my go-to language once I learned it. Because it's so much faster than just writing Java code. Don't need to compile, just go into the interpreter. You can just like type what you want, try it right away. No more compile. At one point I got annoyed by Java Swing, I guess. That probably didn't help. Okay, private. Void. Yeah, this is kind of a dirty function. Swing is trash, yeah. I mean, it's kind of such a good design, but once you try to do stuff, it gets annoying to play with JavaFX. I played that with that a bit, but JavaFX, if I remember correctly, came out a bit after JavaFX. What year did that start? JavaFX. Initial release 2008. So yeah, back in 2008. Stable release, that's the last one. Because I learned Java in 2009, and I think back then JavaFX wasn't considered that good yet. Whoops, that's what I meant to click on. JavaFX 1. 2008, JavaFX 1. Oh, also it was mostly for mobile development, I guess. Maybe that's why I didn't touch it. Beta support for Linux, yeah, that's 2009. Layout, skin, performance, yeah. So it was kind of slow 2011, that's way too late. So I don't think I played much with JavaFX. But I remember it used to have features that I wished I could use in Swing. I think transparency was one of the features. Okay, private void. This is like the worst function I could ever make. Can I live with myself if I do that? Probably not. Oh, that's pretty cool then. Okay, first of all, char, you skip useless stuff. Skip the comments, if you're in a comment, skip it, whatever, map section, plus plus. Whoa. That's a mistake. That has to be a mistake. Is end line. Am I end line? Yes. This can't be good at all. The end line shouldn't be in control of what section I'm parsing. Okay. How did it work earlier actually? That's pretty weird. Okay, so skip line, yes. Let's actually try my code. Swing into your Java games. Hey, I actually in Java I remade the full Blender compositor nodes. Okay, I'll show you on Blender. Okay. Compositing. This thing, okay? Use node. Okay, this whole, okay. This thing right here, okay? I made this in Java Swing. I lost the code since, but because it's been such a long time. Okay. The ability to connect things from one thing to the next, like that. I actually made those sort of components in Java Swing, and I used some really dirty hacking. The way I did it to show the connection was with a Java Swing glass pane. So I used my own layout management system. Yeah, that was hell. Because in Java Swing you can have your panels, and then say like grid panel or grid bag layout. I think that's what it used to be called. And then you were able to put your panels in the grid, and then like that, and then the grid bag layout thing would by itself put them on top of each other's. Wow, what is going on? Okay. And then it would put this one at, like, for example, 0, 0. This one would be at 0, 20. 0, 20. This one would be at 0, 40, whatever. Okay? So what I did was make my own layout manager that allowed me, like it would by its like handle the position of the components, like the panels, and then it was able to put those little sort of buttons, I guess it was, right on the side, and when you dragged on it from the mouse, from the original position to the mouse, it would create a line from on the glass pane. So it was able to sort of fake connect, but then the logic would actually connect it later on behind the scenes. And then when you dragged, it would do the same thing where the lines would update. It was like so bad. I mean, so good, but really bad at the same time. I ended up never using that, but the code was there. I wanted to use that for an application. Yeah. It took like I guess a summer to work on that. Because I needed to learn everything about JavaSwing, every part of it, how it would work, how to draw, how to make rounded panels, like everything. Yeah. I'm kind of sad I don't have the code anymore. At the same time, I'm not. I don't want to see it. Okay, so did that work? Level 2. So yeah, now this works. Yeah. Oh, the one I just showed on Blender, that's not made by me. That was the original thing that I was trying to copy. So yeah, it's very fluid, but it's not my work. I wish. I really like their node compositor. Okay, so what is going on here? So I'm going through this level 1. Okay. Map section 0. You find your string, ++. I don't need to do that, do I? Can I stay in section 0 and not have to go into section 1? I guess this is important. Oh, so the way I coded it, I'm actually able to do level 1, this, and it's still not gonna register the new line. Oh, I kind of like that. Oh no, never mind, it does. Oh, it does work. Does it? Oh, it didn't work. 2 bounds. Level 1. Oh, what am I looking at? Whoops. I'm actually looking at the file. That's what. It looks so similar to the console. Yeah, so it works perfectly. It doesn't. It ignores the new lines. Okay, I like that better. Okay. So in other words, new lines are only used for finding the end of a comment section, a single line comment. Nice. Okay, I like that. Perfect. So is end comment good? This. Just kidding. About data. Okay. So I found the string. Good. If I don't find this, okay. I might create a level maker at some point. For now, I don't need, because this is pretty easy to use. Maybe if I start like this is tile 0, tile 2, tile 1. If I need more than 10 tiles, maybe I'm gonna say, oh, maybe my thing is too complicated. Let's make a level maker. But until then, I don't think I need one. Hi, by the way, welcome to everyone that's new to the stream. Hopefully you enjoy the game creation process. Map section 2, comma. Okay, that's exactly where I was at. Okay, map section 2. So if I'm in map section 2, in other words, if I'm parsing the terrain, what do we do? So first of all, I know I'm parsing the terrain, so I'm looking for an integer, comma, number, comma, number, comma, number. So I want to parse it and then add those numbers that are on the same line or that are all the way up to that bar. I want to add them to a list, and once the list is done, then I know the size of this terrain. So for example, this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This would be a width of 9. So this one would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one would be 9 too, because the tile that I named 2 is this big thing. This, like, it starts there. Double digit. I'm actually handling that case if it's double digit. Because it's pretty easy to parse, because I'm parsing the string. At first, those are not actually numbers. At first, those are strings all the way up to a comma. And then I'm gonna parse the string back to a number. So maybe there's gonna be more than one number, so like 10. So my parser is gonna go, okay, new line, okay, now we're looking for a number. Number, number, comma. Number, comma, number, comma, number. So it doesn't care if there's more than one. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So if I'm in a comma, Okay. Current terrain line. Current. Okay, this is gonna be a string. Current. How do I want to name that? Tile. Okay, this is gonna be that. A current tile. It's just a string. Yeah. Yeah, the code editor is nice. I downloaded that yesterday. Visual Studio Code. I was going to use Visual Studio, but I think the code looks better. There's a few things it doesn't do, but I keep the other one open to fix any mistakes this one generates. Okay, so there's a comma. So if there's a comma, it means I'm done. So current tile, I want to add that to the current terrain line dot append. Add, so we use add an object to the end of this system. Okay, good. Add. I'm surprised they use add instead of append. Append. Current tile. Hey, how do you guys do you guys think it's easy to understand when I speak, or do I need to enunciate my words better? For the most part, right there. For the most part, do you guys understand what I'm saying? Current terrain line, add current tile. Okay. Current tile equals this. Can I do instead new string? I don't want to risk. You sound fine, nice. String does not contain a take through argument. I wanna, oh, that doesn't work either. Char. Okay, nice. Because I rewatched my stream from yesterday, and some parts I noticed it was kind of hard, like even for me to understand what I was saying. C#. New string. How do I? I guess I come from a Java background. What I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm not just adding the current tile, and then in the future when I edit it, I don't want to edit the version. Like I want to edit this local current tile instead of just editing this one that's been added. So I'm not sure if I need to be careful of references in this language. That's why I'm checking. How come can I not do this? This actually makes no sense to me. Okay, actually this is the question I'm asking. I know that C strings and C# is a reference type. This is so public void main string test before passing, test 1 after passing. The output should be before passing, after passing system. Before passing. Okay, so that's exactly the behavior I want. Pass by value, not by ref. I understood that strings are immutable, but I don't see how that would... Reference to the string is passed by value. Oh, okay. Actually, that's normal. There's a big difference between passing a reference by value and passing. It's unfortunate that if you do pass... I sound Spanish. I wish. After passing. Okay, now you need to get so his thing. Ref def. Oh, okay. If you do pass the string by reference, it works as you expected. Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty nice. I really like this behavior on the... Yep. I have traveled a lot, so I probably picked up a few accents. Now you need to distinguish. Oh, they're using a string builder instead. I don't want to test it. Okay, I think that's enough of that. I think I'm just being paranoid. Okay, so current tile is reset. So this is just a string. And this is gonna be a list of strings. Good is num. So if I'm looking at a number, then I'm happy. So current tile plus equals C. Very nice. If there's anything else, console that right line, massive error, expected number. Oh, nice piano at last. I'm so tempted to write. Do I do it? Oops. How do I do again the debug? So I can throw errors. C#. Exception. Copy, so new argument exception. I want to use an exception that they've already created. I don't want to create my own. I guess I'll just use that. Who gives a shit? Not me. Cannot be null. What is original? What does that even mean? Hello, Craster. Oh, 19. Welcome to the stream. So what is this original? What does that mean? Yeah, I studied computer science. Simple class original. Oh, okay, that's what they mean. The parameter original. Okay, so this is like error name section. Yeah, for now I want to be a game dev for a couple of months at least. We'll see how it goes. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then I'll do other stuff. I want to do okay, error. Whoa, that's the downside to this editor. It lags when I remove stuff. Error expected. Okay. This should be brutal. Oh, did I just change something? Okay. Whoa, I could have sworn I put 2 S's there. Yeah, this will be the first game. Okay, error. Expected a number, not that shit you gave me. Nice. Nice. Do you mean design like the art? Or do you mean like the whole game, the functionalities and how it works and the inner workings? Because I have designed that already. This is like what I showed on stream. So the whole plot. Yeah, so I have everything how the game works. The level designs, that is not done yet, but I know I didn't explain it that well yet on stream. But when I get there, I will. But I can go through this with you right now if you want. I made a project planning. Oops. Where did I put my project planning? There you go. So This is the project planning. Toggle sidebar, control B. I don't know why that doesn't work. Toggle sidebar. It seems like there's a conflicting hotkey. So anyways, let's go through that. I want to hide that. So the game is called The Bound. So a couple things I'll need. I guess this is more like a to-do list, sort of, kind of, sort of. It's like a mix of everything. So the path finding AI, essentially the way the game works. So you have a, oops, wrong thing. You have a grid, and your guy is gonna go through the grid. And to do that, you're gonna be using your mouse to right-click somewhere, and your guy is gonna go there. So if you're here, you want to go from A to B. You right-click, and your guy is gonna do the thing is gonna travel for you. If there's an obstacle, for example, if you're here and you click all the way here, the guy is gonna walk all the way, going around the corners where the tile exists. Obviously, if you do that, most of the time your guy, like, unless the obstacle is runnable, usually you're gonna die. So the mechanic is like how you're able to click and dodge the obstacles, sort of. It's not really a dodging game, but so this is what the AI works. The pathfinding AI does. So it's like other games, like for example League of Legends, where you right click and the game does the rest for you, where how you go around stuff. Oops. So I also want to make it so that the puzzles, like this thing, I don't want this to be coded on the same array as the next level, and I don't want this level to be coded on the same array as this. So when the guy goes through this terrain, it needs to, like the pathfinding, if I use for example A star, I don't know if you know that algorithm, it needs to work on a segmented terrain, and also it needs to work in real space. So usually when you're working on a grid, so let's say you're using A star on this grid, and you click somewhere, it would usually, if you do the algorithm the way it's it's explained right away, you're not gonna be able to go like in this spot. It's usually gonna bring you all the way to the center, or sometimes you're, depending on your algorithm, it could also bring you to the vertex in between the tiles. For this game, I want it to be more precise,